Right, sneaking a live one in late night. Let's see if anybody's out there. I'll give it a little bit. At least I can pick up a viewer or somebody. Wait on you people. It's rough because I work 12-hour shifts at night and I'm hardly ever awake during the day. And if I am, I'm not much for doing a live video then. Oh, good stuff. So we'll be talking about knives as usual, whatever, collecting. I'm going to shout out to a couple people that I missed last time. Uh, Joe Doomsday. Joe was there back in the day when I first started my face or not Facebook, but my YouTube. Uh, I was before him, but he came soon after. And the first video I ever watched of his was the Timber Rattler Western Outlaw Bowie, because I had purchased one of those and was looking up and see whatever I could find out about it, and he had a pretty decent video at the time. Good channel, good guy to watch. And who else was it? Well, the lighting seems kind of funny. I may have to throw on some extra lights here, so hold on a second. Be right back. All right, back again. Nobody watching yet. Well, I'll upload it. It'll be live. But it'll be all uploaded later and you can rewatch it. So, not a big deal. It is midnight. So I didn't really expect many people to be awake right now. Do we have anybody? No. All right, let's just look at some knives. Case, Davy Crockett knife. I have two of these. One of these is all brand new in the box. And then this one was purchased from a friend, purchased this at somebody from a flea market or something like that, or cheap. I couldn't believe it. I cleaned it up, needed cleaned up a little bit. The blade itself was immaculate because the steel they use, it's not going to rust, but these are pretty cool. You got your Davy Crockett on the blade. Some people mistakenly call these a Jim Bowie case, but it wasn't Jim Bowie on the knife. That was Davy Crockett, Jim Bowie's friend. That's the case. Now it would be called a double X. It's the 1836 Bowie. I'm not sure if I showed this on the last video. These are pretty awesome. Sharp and take good edges. You know, I have several knives, and a lot of these super steels and all these new steels, a lot of people seem to like a lot of these new steels and put down the old steels, and a lot of them put down the 440C like it's terrible. And I was like, remember in the 80s, that was a high-end steel. It was like if it was made out of 440C, it was good stuff. And then all the knife steel snobs came along, and suddenly 440 wasn't no good, and everything was good then. For a while, it was D2, or D2 was everywhere, and now it's Magna Cut. And not trying to put down all these steels, SV35VN or whatever that is. You know, I'm not trying to put down any of these super steels, but I think a lot of them are overrated. I mean, when you get them too hard, too, a steel can be brittle and crack. I have trouble with certain steels like the AUS 10 and AUS 8. I can't say I'm real impressed with those steels. I've never been able to get the edge on, like I can get something on like a 440C, 1095, even the cheap steels like 420 or 420J2, or you know, the stuff that maybe the 420 that Buck used, which is HC. It's hot. It's a 420 HC. You know, those steels all take like these stupid edges, but I've had a Spartan made out of AUS 10, and it just, I don't know, I just never could get an edge on it. And I sharpened the whole damn knife down. You couldn't even work a burr up on the edge to get it sharp. You know, I don't have very many knives like that, but I have a couple knives that are like that. I have a Swiss Army knife that I sharpened, never worked a burr up on it, never would take a really good edge. I think some of these knives, sometimes you get one that the heat treat just isn't right. You know what I mean? That they screwed up the process of making it, and it should have never been, made it out sold. But I guess in a way, when the knife is done, and I'm not sure if they have a way to check the heat treat after that, or if it's even financially possible for them. I don't know, but it's kind of messed up to buy a knife and find out after it dulls out, you're never going to get that sharp again. Plenty of knives that, I have no problem putting crazy edges on them. I have 5160, no problem, 52-100 ball bearing steel. Any of the carbon steels, 1075, 1090, 1095, no problem. 440A, 440B, 440C, no problem. It's just one of those things. Here's a carbon steel new Cisco Bowie I did not long ago. This was, saw this first, actually saw it first on Amazon. And I looked at it, had it in a cart, and I was tempted to buy it several times. And then I'm like, for the money, it's not a lot of money, but there was no real pictures of it. There was just kind of like a computer generated image or whatever it would be. And I just thought, I'd like to see what it actually looks like before I buy it. And luckily enough, what's his name? He's got a channel. He's pretty new. It's Uncle Junk Forge. He did a video of it. I'm like, cool. I finally got a look at it. I think it's the only other video that was on YouTube at the time of this knife. So I went and bought it. Not bad. And it took a crazy edge. This thing is really stupid sharp now. Wasn't too bad when it came, but the edge is more refined now. It's a lot better. I don't know if you consider that your classic clip point, but that's clipped all right. It would definitely pierce. It's fairly thick. I wouldn't say it's a whole 1/4 inch thick, but it's close. It's a little better than the typical 3/16. And the handle's not bad either. And of course, you got your exposed skull crusher back there, your pommel. The wood's not bad. This isn't a bad knife for 28 bucks, man. I mean, I think this would be speaking of budget knives, I always thought the king of budget knives was the Timber Rather Western Outlaw Bowie, because you got a lot of knife for the money. The fit and finish wasn't too bad. The quality is just not bad. The knife don't look bad. It's 1/4 inch thick. You can't hardly go wrong with one of those. I mean, there's other people like to say the Cisco Western Bowie is a great budget knife, and it's not bad. It's not as thick as the Western Outlaw. It's not quite as big. I can't get this buttoned. Oh, I've seen here, I got a message. Girlfriend. I can't get this buttoned. That's funny. There it is. So we're talking about the budget blades right here. Here's one. This is not the original sheath. I had custom Kydex built for this. It's the Timber Rather Western Outlaw. I had a guy build me the sheath, and he wanted me to send him the knife you know, and I was like, well, how about I just send you a brand new one and you keep the knife? He's like, all right. So he basically made me the sheath, and I sent him the knife, and he did it for the knife, you know, one of these. But yeah, it's far better than the original sheath, which their sheaths have gotten a little better over the years, but they're still not that great. You know, when you buy these knives, you know, don't expect a good knife and sheath both. You're gonna get a good knife. These are almost 1/4 inch thick. I've had 6 of these. I bought one back in 2011, and then somewhere, I think 2015, I bought 2. Then I bought another one. I know I bought several of these. I bought another one and sent it to a girl that was in the knives in Georgia. I sent her one. I've had a bunch of these. It's just, for the money, you can't go wrong. And this is model number TR65. This does not mean it's TR65 surgical steel. There's no such thing as surgical steel. It's just stainless steel. Probably maybe 420, maybe 440A. Guaranteed it ain't nothing more, too much more than that. These can still rust. Stainless can rust. People think it can't, but it can. Here's one of those. Not sure if I've showed before. Kind of got the sheath looking like a kukri sheath somewhat. I don't really care for these hardwood sheaths wrapped in leather and the metal down here on the tip. And I mean, this is kind of cool up here. This is the Tejano Texas Bowie right here, made by knives by hand. You can look at that leather right there and see how thick it is. This thing is pretty well made, but the knife itself is awesome. This is made with the blackened look on the blade. You got the blacking. It's also got the 3 chira like the kukris who have from Kukri House and Kukri people. And this thing is a 1/4 inch thick. Look at that clip point. And yes, this one is sharpened. They come sharpened. This knife is, man, you know this thing's going to penetrate something. And I believe this is, most of the knives I got from him were actually made directly by him, because I had a direct connection to him, and I think most of them are 52-100 ball bearing steel. This, I believe, is 5160. Man, it holds an edge, takes an edge really good. Stupid sharp, really big, probably almost too big to do anything with. I think this thing is 18 inches plus. The handle is real horn antler, I believe. I can't remember exactly what it came from, but you can see the different colors in it. Mostly, yeah, it's mostly black. So there's that. Still not getting any viewers right now, and I'm not surprised. It's midnight, so I'm not going to stay on here long. At least I'll give you guys something to look at and get to see old Broddi. Put that up, but I've got to work all weekend on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I will probably be able to do another video maybe Monday, Tuesday, or next weekend for sure. If you guys want to see a live video, let me know. Comment what you want to see. Tell me what you want to see, what you don't want to see, what you don't like, what you like. Tell me about your dream knife. I'd like to hear it. All right, I am going to sign off now, and I will see you guys later if I can figure out how to sign this off. All right, people, peace.